right, we're back. All right, so the next topic I want to talk about here is this $1 million, not $1 million, 1 million serious delinquencies that you can expect. What is this about? So I think it was in March. Well, with the whole COVID, everything that's going on, there's some situations that happened. Okay, from the government. So the government started printing money. Okay, what does that mean? So maybe you haven't learned about inflation. Uh, Maybe you've heard the word inflation. You know what it means at the basic level. It just means things that were $5 50 years ago are probably $10 right now. Okay, so there's some calculators, some free calculators out there that you can use. Basically, things get more expensive for many different reasons. One of the reasons is because sometimes when things like a pandemic happens, the government will print money to try to stimulate the economy. Okay, and that comes off as free money. But it's never free money. There's no such thing as free money, especially if you live in a first world country. There's no such thing as free money anyway. Okay, if the government is printing money and sending it to you at home, you're gonna pay it back in different ways, or let me say the society will pay back. Okay, in the form of inflation and many other things like that. I don't want to get into the details here because I'm not your economist in Biden's office. Okay, but that's the main gist here, right? So basically, what happened was that in real estate, there's some policies that were put in place to help people that lost their jobs, right? So some of these policies will prevent the landlords from being able to file eviction, right? So basically, it's some kind of forbearance, right? That allow people to stay in their homes. So they stop all the foreclosure processes, all those kind of things, right? Okay, so it's delinquent when you start making payments. So suddenly, because of these new policies, it's no more delinquencies, right? Because basically the law says they can stay there even though they haven't paid their rent, even though they haven't paid their mortgage, right? But that thing is about to be over. Now it varies from state to state, right? Some states still has some active, what they call it? I think more. I forgot the name of it. It's a forbearance program. That's the bottom line. Okay, it's basically helps you to stay in the home even though you're not able to pay. But there's a problem with that. Like I said, if the government is printing money and sending it to your house, you should look at that money sideways because you're gonna pay dearly at some point. Okay, so now with that being said, now that thing is about to be over. Now in June 2021, the national delinquency rate reached its lowest. Well, because people are not paying, but they're not recording them as delinquencies, right? That's one side of it, right? But also, when they put that forbearance plan in place in a lot of states, it also helped a lot of people recoup and get back to work, right? But the truth is that it's only a fraction of those people that actually went back to work. Some people could not go back to work. So some recent numbers are showing decline in delinquencies, but they're actually not true numbers. Okay, because now that policy that stopped the landlords, that policy that stopped the landlord, that policy is going away now, which means people that still don't have jobs, which is a lot of people still don't have jobs, or they took a pay cut or things like that, those numbers are gonna come back up. Okay, so right now it's showing a decline in new delinquencies, but there's something called leading indicator and there's something called lagging indicator. So this right here is called lagging indicator. So now the economists, right, they're starting to look at the numbers and they're forecasting that there's going to be about 1 million serious delinquencies. Now what does that mean for you that you're trying to build a real estate business? Okay, what does that mean to you if you are interested in making money in real estate? It's called foreclosure moratorium. Okay, same thing. It just simply means that they stopped the landlords from filing evictions, and they stopped the mortgage companies from filing foreclosures. Okay, that's what it means at the very basic level. I'm not talking about the technical terminology, the exact meanings right now. You could Google those. Okay, but the bottom line is that the government put some policies in place that basically allowed the numbers to go extremely low. So if you read here, it says nationally 1.1 million more serious delinquencies exist today than before the 2020 recession. However, this month has been better than last month. Okay, so it's trending that the delinquencies are going lower. However, the moratorium and the forbearance programs are over. Okay, since on September 30, many of the federal will disappear. Some of them ended in March, right? So what does that mean for a lot of people that still don't have work? They are potentially going to be put out on the streets. Okay, or if they are landlords, they can't afford to hold on to these properties. And what that means for you, if you follow what we do here, is opportunities. Okay, sadly, problems is what turns into opportunities. Sadly or fortunately, problems is what turns to opportunities. Now you can step in. So if you have proper skill set on how to market, you can also step in and help these people. You can save them from going into foreclosure by acquiring the property from them directly or indirectly using a method we call wholesaling, which you don't need your own cash. You don't have to have a license or anything like that, but you're acquiring the property by way of locking it up under contract and then selling that contract for a fee. And the highest I've sold a contract for $82,000 for one piece. So you can absolutely do this. It's a simple skill set, especially now in digital age. It's digital marketing skill set where you can reach out. It's simply just marketing. These people cannot afford these houses anyway. These people will happily give you these houses. Not all of them. Many of those people will give you these houses because they simply can't afford to hold on to the house. Some people will make it because, you know, like I said, the forbearance programs is probably helpful for certain type of people, right? So some people will make it. However, many people will not be able to make it. Okay, and that's what creates a lot of the opportunities. That's how I got started in 2005, where you can make money. You take the property from them and then you give it to somebody else who can afford the property, and then you charge a little bit of difference. So if we're dealing with a $500,000 house here, you making a little $10,000, $10,000, $25,000 in between. It's a little fee for helping to avoid this property going into foreclosure, where it would destroy that person's credit or destroy their credibility in the marketplace. That's a good thing. Excuse me. All right. So that's the opportunity that's presenting itself here for you, and you can take advantage of it. How? By learning a simple skill set of marketing. You can do it all online. You can follow my training here. I have like I said, I have a masterclass here where you can just follow my training for free. It's called fliphousesnationwide.com. Go there and check it out. All right. But yeah, this is opportunities right here. It's right here. It's going to happen. 1 million serious delinquencies is coming, and it's a lagging indicator. Don't wait until it actually shows up before you can learn this skill set. And for just a few hours in a week, you can be in a good position to make some serious money by positioning yourself. So yes, that's what we have. That's what we've taken advantage of for literally for 15 years, and you too can do the same thing.